There's a difference between being alone and feeling lonely, but most of us don't learn that difference until life forces us to. At some point, the noise fades, friends get busy, relationships end, conversations grow shorter, and suddenly there is space. A kind of space that feels uncomfortable at first, because we were never taught how to sit in it. For most of our lives, connection equals safety. From childhood, being included meant survival. Being left out meant danger. So even as adults, our nervous system reacts to solitude like it's rejection. When your phone is quiet, when no one texts back, when your weekend has no plans, it doesn't just feel empty, it feels like something is wrong, so we fill it. We scroll, we binge, we overwork, we date the wrong people. Not because we're weak, but because silence feels like abandonment. Here's the part we don't say out loud. Sometimes loneliness is not about missing people. It's about avoiding yourself. When you're alone long enough, your thoughts get louder. Unfinished grief, unanswered questions, doubts you've been out running. Solitude removes distraction. And without distraction, you meet yourself. That meeting can feel uncomfortable because you realize how much of your identity was built around being needed or admired or validated. When no one is watching, who are you? That question is the beginning of solitude. Solitude is not cutting yourself off. It's not bitterness. It's not pretending you don't need people. It's the ability to be with yourself without feeling incomplete. That's different. Loneliness says, I'm missing something. Solitude says, I am enough in this moment. And that shift doesn't happen overnight. It happens slowly. Through evenings spent alone, through dinners without company, through walks where no one fills the silence. At first, it feels awkward, then neutral, then peaceful. There is a quiet turning point. It's the moment you stop trying to escape your own company. You sit down with your coffee and don't reach for your phone. You go for a walk without headphones. You stay home on a Friday night and don't feel behind. Nothing dramatic changes, but something inside stops panicking. You realize being alone is not the same as being unwanted. It's just space. And space can be sacred. When you're no longer afraid of being alone, your relationships change. You don't cling. You don't over-explain. You don't tolerate disrespect just to avoid emptiness, because you're no longer negotiating from fear. Solitude builds emotional stability. It teaches you that discomfort doesn't mean danger. It teaches you that boredom is not a crisis. It teaches you that you can sit with yourself and survive it, and that changes everything. In Western culture, independence is praised, but emotional independence is rarely taught. We're told to build careers, to be productive, to stay connected, but not how to be alone without feeling defective. So when solitude arrives, we think something is broken. It's not. It's a stage of growth, a quiet one, a misunderstood one, but necessary. Loneliness isn't solved by constant company. You can feel lonely in a relationship, in a crowded room, in a group chat. Because loneliness is not the absence of people, it's the absence of alignment. Solitude gives you the space to understand yourself. And once you understand yourself, you stop expecting others to complete you. You begin relating, instead of depending. Solitude without loneliness is a quiet strength. It's not loud, it doesn't look impressive, but it's stable. It's the ability to sit in a silent room and feel whole, to go days without validation and not unravel, to enjoy connection without fearing its loss. That kind of peace doesn't come from more people. It comes from less fear. And when you learn that your own presence is not something to escape, being alone stops feeling like exile and starts feeling like home.